Hey guys, it's Ms. Hudak. I know I'm not here this afternoon, but I wanted to give you a quick video to help you understand the new concept that we're talking about today and help you work on your homework page that you have today in class. We're going to multiply a decimal by a decimal. Yesterday we just did decimal by whole numbers, so today we're actually going to expand on that and look at what we need to do when following the steps for multiplying decimals by decimals. Go ahead and get the EQ written in your notebook today. How do you multiply a decimal by a decimal? That's our essential question. It's what we need to figure out and the steps and processes that we need to know in order to do that. So go ahead and pause the video and get this written inside the left-hand column of your two-column notes. So, same steps as multiplying 3-digit by 2-digit, same steps as 2-digit by 2-digit. We just add some more in there, and also it's the same process as what we did yesterday when multiplying a decimal by a whole number. You can review these steps from the previous video if you need to on the computer and go back through them. So let's look at our first example. In your left-hand column, go ahead and write 1700ths times 1500ths. I've always or said before that you just need to ignore the decimal. Pretend that this just says 17 times 15. So when we look at that, we're going to multiply the top number by the ones. So we have 17 times 5, which is your 17 here, and your 5 ones. When you do that, you get 7 times 5 is 35. 1 times 5 is 5 plus 3 is 8. And you're going to bring that number up and over. You're then going to add in your 0 as your placeholder. So go ahead and take that placeholder and move it right on in right now so that way you know that it's there. You don't have to worry about it not being there. Now, you're going to multiply your top number again, 17, times your tens place, which has a 1 in it. So 17 times 1 is 17, and you're going to bring that number back up and over. Then we're going to add them together. So we have 85 and 170. 5 plus 0 is 5. 8 plus 7 is 15. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. And go ahead and bring that 0 down. Now, here's where we added on stuff. We talked about going back to the original factors and counting your decimal places. We did that yesterday, but we only counted the top number because that was the only one that had the decimal place in it. Well, today we're going to count both. So in this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places that we need to move over. So go ahead and go straight down with your line and go over 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places, making our number 255, more than thousands, so it's probably in our millionths place. So that's how you do it. You just count your first number over, your second number over from your decimal, bring it straight down, and that's how many times you count over total. So let's try one together. 35 times 12 is what I'm looking at because I'm ignoring this decimal there. So we're going to start with our ones and do 35 times 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. And we're going to bring our number over. You're going to put in your placeholder, that's the important part, and now you're going to multiply the tens. So you're going to take your top number 35 times 1. 5 times 1 is 5. 3 times 1 is 3, giving you 35. So bring that number over. You're going to then add these together. 0 plus 0 is 0. 7 plus 5, 12. 3 plus 1 is 4. So then you're going to come up here and you're going to get these decimal places. And you're going to count over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you've noticed, I've got a loop with no number in there. I need to go ahead and fill in that 0 in that placeholder. So that's making my new number 420 millionths. I want you to go ahead and try one on your own, 56 3/10 times 2 2/10. And see what you get. Remember, you have to count the decimal for both places. In this case, you only have to go over how many times? 1 time, and then you've got to come down here to this one and go over, making it 2 times. So when you get to your final answer, you're going over 2 times. Hopefully this helped clear some stuff up and you're able to work on your math page. I do want you to look at number 4 in your math page because you have a larger number on the bottom. Don't let that mess you up. If you need to put number 4, if you look at number 4, if you need to put that .005 on top of the 1.9, then feel free to do that if that'll help you compute it better and not be totally freaked out that it looks like a larger number on the bottom. I'll see you guys in the morning tomorrow. Hopefully Anthony's feeling better, and I hope this helped you guys solve some problems today. Be good and have a great afternoon.